Penn State is on the prowl. Penn State is chasing, whatever you want to call it. They are after four-star quarterback prospect Peter Bourque and the old coach James Franklin right down the road trying to steal him away for Virginia Tech while pushing fake narratives about NIL and program standards and all that ridiculousness into the media. And of course, James Franklin will use his media connections to try and do that as he has done so many times before. Let's expose the battle and the excuses James Franklin is making as the last few days have been wild on the recruiting trail between Penn State and Virginia Tech. Now, Penn State just wrapped up their final big visitor weekend before Blue White picked up a couple commitments, but the real smoke is the quarterback for the 2026 class, Peter Bourque, out of Tabor Academy in Massachusetts, has been the Nittany Lions' top guy since the new staff walked in the door. Jake Waters offered him first thing back in December. They rolled out the red carpet when he came in on campus earlier that month, and now Bourque's done taking visits. All right, he was committed to Michigan before. Now he decommitted from that. Now he was considering Notre Dame, considering Penn State, considering Virginia Tech. He was supposed to head to South Bend this week, but nope, that is not happening anymore. Notre Dame looks like they are locking up their own Florida quarterback prospect. So Bourque, he was at Virginia Tech's spring game on Saturday instead, saw the whole parachuting incident and everything else that's going on there, and now he's in full decision mode. This one could drop any day now, and here's where it gets interesting. As most of you know, the Hokies are coached by none other than James Franklin. So now you've got new head coach Matt Campbell and his staff going toe-to-toe with the guy they just fired. That's not just recruiting, that's personal at this point. And you can definitely tell James Franklin takes this personal. And while the national media loves to push these false narratives that Penn State, has too high of standards, or that Franklin he was held back by the program and all this stuff, we're calling it out the way it is here. Penn State has standards, okay? Sue them. Every program should have standards, right? They expect big game performances, and they held Franklin accountable when the results were not matching the talk. Franklin wants you to believe that beating SMU and Boise State in the playoffs counts the same as Notre Dame beating Indiana and Georgia because those were playoff wins, right? Oh, they all count as playoff wins. But quite simply, they are not, and Franklin refused to admit that and decided to just go ahead and lie to the fans instead. But we'll get back to Franklin here in a sec. All right, that was a tangent I shouldn't have gone off on. Back to Bourque. Penn State is still right there with Bourque. They feel good about where they stand. The relationship with Waters is strong. Taylor Mauser's offense clicked with him on the visit, and the kid sees a real path for playing time early. But Franklin's not just sitting there waving the white flag. Virginia Tech's closer to home for him over at Massachusetts. They put on a show for him at the spring game, as James Franklin is known to do with some of his recruiting visits and stuff. And Franklin, he's going to sell the I know exactly what Penn State has got type of narratives and stuff like that. The same guy who was out here claiming his NIL budget was only $7 million when the public report showed it was over $13 million spent in football NIL. I don't think Franklin realized that now there is revenue sharing. So yes, schools do have to report this stuff out there. Over $13 million, and he tried to tell you $7 million. So almost double what he claimed. So either he didn't know what his own program was giving him to spend, that would be sad, or he's just lying to paint himself as the victim while the national media goes ahead and runs with it. Here's the part that really grinds my gears as, somebody who roots for the Big Ten and wants to see Penn State do well. I'm tired of the excuses. Franklin acts like every big game loss, every flat performance against teams they had no business losing to was only somehow the university's fault or somehow somebody else's fault and never his own. Like the program owed him something instead of the other team around. He got fired after going 0-3 Big Ten start last year, not because of some conspiracy theory, not because the results stopped matching, stop being, good enough, because it didn't match the talk. Now he lands at Virginia Tech. He can't resist taking shots every time he gets a microphone near his face. And this weird obsession, like he needs Penn State fans to feel sorry for him or admit that he was right all along. Meanwhile, the national outlets that bash Big Ten programs like having standards are quiet about SEC teams reloading, all different kinds of coaches. What they have like 4 or 5 coaching changes this season. Apparently, if they do it, it's fine. But if Penn State does it, that's the worst thing in the world. The Nittany Lions are not panicking, though. They just offered another New England quarterback Monday, Will Wood from Xaverian Brothers, 3-star kid, but his film's pretty good. Well, I'll show it to you here sometime, but his film's actually pretty good. Nearly 3,000 yards, 42 touchdowns, and only 1 pick last year. He was already on campus a few weeks ago. Waters went up to Massachusetts Friday to watch him throw, and boom, you had the offer. Wood, he loves the offense, loves how Waters teaches him, and he flat out said that Campbell reminds him that they've turned under the radar guys into NFL players before. Obviously, Brock Purdy at Iowa State, Rocco Beck here now. That track record does matter to a guy like Wood. And if you love having the aggressive approach from the new staff and the way things are fighting for every edge, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe here to the Big Ten Huddle. So, is this a hedge in this whole situation? Are they hedging in case they do not get Bourque? I think a little, right? Will Minsell out of Arizona is announcing Wednesday, and it sounds like Oregon's got him. They don't want all their eggs in the Bourque basket. I don't think either Penn State or Virginia Tech feels great right now. I don't think either of them feels like this is definitely going to happen for them. Honestly, it's smart, but Bourque's still the prize that they need to go after. And I sense that Penn State thinks that this comes down to them and Virginia Tech. Negotiation times are big right now, meeting in the middle with NIL, trying to be competitive on both sides, making sure the kid feels wanted. I'd put their chances right barely above 50% for Penn State. Not a lock, but I think they're at a good spot here in the fight. And while everyone else is overlooking the specific 2027 quarterback battles and the outlier recruiting moves like the quick offer to Wood, they're diving deep because this could be a game-changing domino for Penn State's future under Matt Campbell. Now, let's be real. If Bourque picks Penn State, it's massive. Early win for Campbell and Waters and a direct shot back at the old regime and the false narratives. If he goes to Franklin, well, that stings. It hurts. But either way, it's not like it's over, right? It's just a commitment. Doesn't totally mean everything. The new staff is showing that they're not afraid to compete and they're not afraid to hold the line on standards while the national media keeps pushing their SEC bias and keeps pushing their honestly like Franklin bias at this point. Well, that was a lot on Bourque. Franklin's excuses, Penn State fighting the narratives. What do you think about it all? Is Bourque coming to Happy Valley, or is Franklin going to steal him away with one of his victim stories and stuff like that? Drop your take in the comments below. Smash the like button if you're tired of the excuses. And if you've not subscribed yet, hit that button right now. Don't miss another deep dive here on the Big Ten Huddle. Big Ten football, Big Ten basketball. We've got you covered here.